welcome back to Pia Talks, and we are talking The Real Housewives of New York, Season 12, Episode 2. This episode starts off with Tinsley meeting up with Sonia and Leah for drinks. Tinsley and Sonia get there first because Tinsley wants a moment to speak to Sonia about the way she was treated the night before by Dorinda and why she feels like Sonia is always taking up for Dorinda. Now, I think that Dorinda's behavior was absolutely over the top and was ridiculous. I also feel like Dorinda is expecting way too much out of Tinsley. And Sonia says, well, she just feels like you're not being open with us. I know you, but you're not giving your real self to her. Well, my thought is she doesn't have to. Okay, if she is having an on and off relationship with Scott, that is none of Dorinda's business. As a matter of fact, it's not your business either, Sonia. If she wants to tell people about it, that is her prerogative. I don't understand how Dorinda thinks that she's entitled to all of this information from Tinsley. They are not the best of friends and they don't even know each other that well. So why should she have to share all this information with you? Get over yourself, Dorinda. Leah shows up and they're enjoying their time, their conversation and everything. And then she mentions that she has a tattoo that she's getting rid of on her back that has her name on it. And out of nowhere, this judgy Sonia shows up and wants to judge her and talk shit about her tattoo, which is absolutely none of Sonia's business.
Leah has a beautiful body, and I think that says something negative about her that she would get tattoos because it's very is it defecating? No, that's on yourself. It's sort of on yourself, but it's like self-defaming.
There's a few things in this life I'm sure of, and one of them is that Sonia is not gonna kick a hot young guy out of bed because he's got a fucking anchor tattoo.
I totally agree with Leah. Sonia, you have absolutely not a leg to stand on. So what that she has a tattoo? So what did you want to call it, a tramp stamp? You are just a tramp. And nobody says that to you. Well, Dorinda. Yeah, remember when Dorinda called her a tramp and told everybody at the dinner that her legs was open like the Harlem Tunnel or some kind of tunnel, the Lincoln Tunnel? I don't know. But that's not right either. But right about now, Sonia, you deserve that. Shut up. It's just not right. You don't get to judge people because they have tattoos. Personally, I don't have any tattoos, but I'm not judging anybody who does. It's their body. Let them do whatever the hell it is they want to do with it. If they want a tattoo on their back or if they want a tattoo anywhere, let them have it. It's none of your business. Just rude. Luann meets with Ramona for dinner and they talk about having a get together in the Hamptons with all the girls, and they're all going to sleep over at Ramona's house. Well, Ramona tells Luann for privacy reasons she's going to give her the best room, her own little suite off to the side from everybody else. And Luann says, oh, I don't need any special treatment.
It's the lower level.
Okay.
So we're
calling it the lower level. Okay. Give me a break. A basement is a basement.
So you have a whole area, this big TV to hang out if you wanted to.
Perfect.
Besides everything else we have in the house. This could be your own separate area.
Uh-huh.
And this is another room.
It's like putting me in the attic and calling it the penthouse. What happened to I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to have the nicest room in the house. What happened to that?
I said you'd have privacy.
So much for that I don't need special treatments. What the hell? That was just absolutely rude. Come on, Countess. What happened to all that class? Money can't buy you class. Elegance is learned, my friends, and you have forgotten. That was rude as hell. Who the hell are you? Stop it, Luann. Earlier in the episode, they showed Tinsley at home with her two new dogs, Strawberry and Shortcake, which, by the way, the names are cute and the dogs are absolutely adorable. But what was even more adorable is Tinsley believes that the dogs speak Chinese because she got them from China and she's going to have to learn how to speak Chinese to communicate with her dogs. And I say, what? What? I think that you're going to be able to communicate that you love them and there's food and water without learning how to speak Chinese, but I could be wrong. Also, later, Ramona's at her house and Ramona is talking to her dog, and Coco, and she's asking her if she wants a carrot. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, and Coco cannot hear her. And I'm like, either Coco is hearing impaired or she's just getting a little bit old, because dogs have great hearing. But anyway, the way Ramona was screaming at that poor baby, I was feeling so sorry for Coco, and I was thinking Coco was probably saying, hell no, I don't want no carrots. It was just odd. Am I a bitch? Oh, is it okay to laugh about that? Oh, I don't know. So when all the girls come together and they're at Ramona's house, Dorinda mentions that her home in the Berkshires has flooded and she's going through all kinds of situations. She's overwhelmed. She's got all these estimates, these insurance claims, all of these repair people contacting her on a regular basis, and she's just really overwhelmed, and she's very frustrated with the whole situation. When her husband Richard was alive, he always took care of all these things, and she was able to just be light and carefree. But now she's with John, and John is not that way. And I don't know if it's just me, so put it down in the comments, but I feel as if every season she is always talking about the differences between Richard and John, and it's never favorable for John. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell are you still with him? If he is nothing like what you like, or he's nothing like what you need, why the hell do you keep hanging out with John? It doesn't make sense. And I'm also wondering, why the hell does John stick around? Why hasn't he said, well, you know what? I'm not Richard, I'm John. Take it or leave it. It's very odd, that relationship. But anyway, she tells Sonia that that's why she's so rude and mean to people, and she's taking her frustrations out on other people, which the way she treated Tinsley was absolutely ridiculous, and that wasn't okay. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of people in this world going through a lot of things. There's a lot of people in the world right now who are out of work, who are suffering loved ones with the coronavirus, or they might actually have the virus, and they are not being rude and mean to people. So cut it the hell out, Dorinda. Now I say that, but everybody knows I love me some Dorinda, but I don't love this behavior. So all the girls get together, they sit around, they're drinking and having some food. You know, Ramona set up a really nice spread for them by the pool. So they're all out there drinking and everything. And then it's like open season to talk about Leah and her tattoo, about how gross and disgusted they are about it. It was absolutely ridiculous, as if they hadn't already discussed it earlier in the day and the day before.
She has a tramp stamp. I told Ramona it's her name. This girl, she has tattoos everywhere.
I'm not into tattoos, but
If Avery or my daughter got a tattoo, I would, oh my God,
I'd die.
I'd have a heart attack. I said, oh, so when I'm having sex, they'll know my name if I get a tramp. I mean, who has her name on their backside?
How freaking disgusting and how childish is this? This was like some old high school girl stuff. What it actually felt like, it was like, oh, we're the older proper ladies and you're just a tramp with a tattoo. Who the hell are you people? Oh my gosh, this was more than I could stand. It really was. And I agree with Leah in her comment. You 1%ers are a bunch of assholes. Cut it. Stop judging this woman on a stupid tattoo. Who cares? There are a lot of good people in the world who have tattoos. It doesn't make them horrible people. It doesn't make them negative. It doesn't make them lower than you in any way. As a matter of fact, you make yourself lower than them by stooping to the level that you stooped. Stop it. So all the girls, by all the girls, I mean Dorinda, Luann, and Sonia, head off to their room to take a nap before they go out to dinner. All I'm saying is the OC housewives, Vicky, Tamra, and Shannon, they don't need naps. I'm just saying, they do not need naps, but these girls did. So they go off to take a nap and they just leave everything on the table. Ramona gets an attitude, and then she ends up having Leah and Tinsley clean up everything. She said, I didn't hire anybody for today. I'm not doing anything. I set everything out. There's 2 dishwashers in there. So they work for her now. Okay, personally, if I go to someone's house, or even when I have people over to my house, I clean up everything myself. I don't ask anybody to clean up anything. However, I do think it's the right thing to do to at least pick up all the plates and cups and everything that you had. At least rinse them off and put them in the dishwasher for the person. And if you really want to be nice, then walk around and pick up everybody else's stuff. But as a host or hostess, you do not tell people, how dare you? Like, oh my God, I'm not picking up anything. Who does that? These people may have a lot of money and they may have a lot of friends. They may be famous, but they are actually low on class. So they're getting ready to go out to dinner, and Tinsley is talking to Sonia, and she says, hey, why did you tell everybody about her tattoo? Sonia says, oh, I just thought it was funny. You know, I thought it was going to be, you know, a joke. Lies. She didn't think it was funny or that it was going to be a joke. So Leah comes in and she says she was really upset about the comment that Dorinda made about her bending over if she's having sex and somebody will remember her name because it's tattooed on her back. And Sonia leaves. Tinsley tells her, be careful what you say in front of Sonia because she'll repeat it. As soon as Tinsley got the words out of her mouth, Sonia ran off to tell Dorinda. What is wrong with Sonia? Has she all of a sudden gone back to the 9th grade? What's happening here? It seems to me that Sonia has zero storyline this season, and her storyline is to be in everybody else's business, which is fine because, you know, I don't knock anybody's hustle, but still, cut it. So Dorinda takes it upon herself to bring up the situation.
There's a lot of hostility.
No, there's not.
Of course there is.
I thought it was funny. Didn't
I
you?
missed it.
She said you have a tramp stamp on your back, so when people are f***ing you, they know who you are.
You know,
that's what
it's like-
Sonia said.
it's like a
and I
little-
said,
it's a little hostile.
Okay, Sonia said, hey, darling.
There's a hostility right now. That's just like a little.
I actually do.
You know, Dorinda was foul and wrong in that whole argument. She treated Tinsley like a child. Oh, you just be quiet. Don't even talk, you know. And then she talks to Leah as if so much better. She's so superior. Dorinda, what is happening? I cannot wait for Dorinda to get her home repaired. And I want everything completed and beautiful again so that she can make it nice. And by make it nice, I mean make that attitude nice. Stop being so mean and rude. Later in the episode, she showed in her private meeting that she should have been a little nicer to Leah and she shouldn't have judged her by her tattoos. Really? You think? When they get off to dinner, Luann apologizes to everyone for her behavior last season. Everything that she had gone through, she had taken her anger out on everyone else. And I think that they really appreciated it and they accepted it with open hearts. Everybody seemed to be getting along a lot better. Leah tells Dorinda in the future she will actually talk to her direct. She will not, you know, talk about her to somebody else. And, you know, they bring up the fact that Sonia was stirring the pot and she thought it was funny. Nobody else thought that was funny except for Sonia. They showed the previews for next week's episode and it looks like it's going to be pretty daggone good. So far, so good. This season has really started off really well. There are some things that have really just got me emotionally upset about. The whole tattoo thing and the mistreatment of Leah and Tinsley kind of ticked me off. But it's only the start of the season. And so it's going to get even worse, I'm sure. By worse, I mean better. So I'm super excited about that. And if you want to be here with me, don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the notification bell so that you can always be notified when I post new content. And until next time, bye.